Welcome to this presentation on teaching vocabulary. Vocabulary is essential for effective communication in everyday life and academic settings. Research has shown that students with a strong vocabulary have better reading comprehension, writing skills, and academic achievement. Therefore, it is crucial to develop effective strategies for teaching vocabulary to students. In this presentation, we will explore various strategies for teaching vocabulary and how to assess and improve learners' vocabulary knowledge. What is the importance of vocabulary instruction? Number 1. Vocabulary develops the language. That's why vocabulary is essential for effective communication and helps learners express themselves fully at different stages of language development. Similarly, learners who have a broad vocabulary can better understand and comprehend written texts. A robust vocabulary is crucial for academic success and can help learners achieve their goals both in and out of the classroom. What are the strategies or techniques to teach the effective vocabulary inside the classroom? In today's multilingual world, language learning has gained paramount importance. Building a strong vocabulary base is essential for developing one's proficiency in any language. However, teaching vocabulary can be a challenging task, and educators must adopt effective techniques to facilitate learners' understanding. Number 1 strategy to teach vocabulary: use flashcard during ELT class. Flashcards provide a fun and interactive way for learners to practice vocabulary words repeatedly until they become familiar with them. Word games is also a significant way to improve vocabulary. Word games like crossword puzzles, hangman, or word scrambles help learners practice and reinforce their vocabulary skills while having fun. Vocabulary charts help learners organize and remember new vocabulary words or related words and can be customized to match students' interests and abilities. Similarly, word mapping is another effective strategy for teaching vocabulary. It involves creating a visual representation of the words by using graphic organizers. Teachers can use tools such as mind maps, spider diagrams, or concept maps to help students to understand the relationships between the words. Word walls are a great way to help students to remember new words. Teachers can display new vocabulary words on a bulletin board or wall in the classroom. Students can refer to the word wall when they need to remember a new word or check the spelling. Teachers can use scaffolded instruction to introduce new vocabulary words. This involves breaking down the meaning of the words and providing examples to help students understand the meaning. Teachers can also provide students with prompts and cues to help them use the new words in context. Another important techniques to teach vocabulary: teaching synonyms and antonyms, which helps students understand the nuances of a word and how it can be used in different contexts. Similarly, picture prompt, incorporating pictures into vocabulary instruction can help make the material more engaging. Students can use the pictures to make connections between the words and their meanings. And mnemonics means. Memory aids like acronyms, alliteration, and rhymes can help learners remember vocabulary more effectively. Moreover, teaching collocations or words that often occur together can help learners use vocabulary in the right context. Introducing high-frequency words or words that learners are likely to encounter in everyday communication can help learners build their vocabulary quickly. Furthermore, introducing vocabulary in real-life situations like shopping, traveling, or socializing can help learners use vocabulary in context. Another most significant, encouraging learners to use vocabulary related to their interests and hobbies can help them remember new words easily. And the last one, audiovisual resources. Teachers can use audio and visual resources like podcasts, songs, movies, and TV shows to teach vocabulary. Now we jump to challenges of teaching vocabulary in Nepal. Nepal is a multilingual and multicultural country with over 131 different languages spoken. Nepali is the official language and is widely spoken and understood, but there are also many other languages used throughout the country. The issue of teaching vocabulary in Nepal is a complex one that requires an understanding of the country's linguistic diversity and education system. One of the challenges of teaching vocabulary in Nepal is the lack of standardization across different languages. While Nepali is standardized and has a well-developed vocabulary, other languages spoken in Nepal may not have a standardized vocabulary or may have multiple variations. This can make it difficult for teachers to know which words to teach and how to teach them. Another challenge is the lack of resources available for teaching vocabulary. Many schools in Nepal are under-resourced and do not have access to the latest teaching materials or technology. This can limit the ability of teachers to provide engaging and effective vocabulary instruction. Furthermore, the focus on rote learning and memorization in the Nepali education system can be a barrier to effective vocabulary acquisition. Students may be taught to memorize lists of words without understanding their meaning or how they are used in context. This can lead to a superficial understanding of the language and may limit their ability to use vocabulary in real-life situations. Another issue is the use of Nepali language as the medium of instruction. Most schools in Nepal use Nepali as the primary medium of instruction. As a result, students are not exposed to enough English vocabulary in their day-to-day learning environment. Next issue is the limited focus on spoken English. Most vocabulary instruction in Nepal is focused on written English, neglecting the importance of spoken English vocabulary in practical communication. One major issue is the lack of exposure to authentic English language resources. Students in Nepal are not exposed to enough English language resources beyond their textbooks. Access to authentic resources such as literature, films, and podcasts, etc., can help students build their vocabulary in a more natural and engaging way. In conclusion, teaching vocabulary in Nepal faces several critical challenges. Addressing these issues requires innovative approaches to vocabulary instruction tailored to meet the diverse needs of students. Good policy initiatives, funding, and support to educators are essential to improve the quality of vocabulary instruction in Nepal. Now we jump to how to test vocabulary knowledge. For most, multiple choice tests provide quick and efficient feedback on a learner's vocabulary knowledge. Similarly, writing assignments like essays, poems or short stories give learners a chance to apply their knowledge of vocabulary in a real context. And interactive games like Kahoot and Quizlet provide an opportunity to assess a learner's vocabulary knowledge in an enjoyable and participatory way. Now we jump, role of teachers and learners in vocabulary acquisition. In terms of teachers' side, vocabulary instruction must be based on students' individual needs, age, and level of proficiency. Teachers can assist students' vocabulary knowledge, pick appropriate vocabulary words, and use different teaching strategies to promote long-term learning. Similarly, in terms of learners or students' side, learners should be actively engaged in the learning process. They can practice new vocabulary words through speaking, writing, and listening activities. Learners can use different tools like vocabulary charts, vocabulary journals or practice apps to enhance and reinforce vocabulary knowledge. In conclusion, teaching vocabulary in the context of Nepal is a complex issue that requires a multifaceted approach. For example, teaching strategies, technology, assessment and teachers and learners' active role. By addressing the challenges of standardization, resources, and pedagogy, it is possible to improve the effectiveness of vocabulary instruction and support students in developing their language skills in a multilingual and multicultural context.